Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I know I'm wearing the same thing that I wore in my previous video, but that's because I was filming back to back because I'm serious about this content, game. Since you guys liked my previous story time so much, I decided to come back and give you guys another story time. This time we're gonna be talking about, this is so embarrassing, but anyways, we're gonna be talking about my first relationship that actually, when I look back, I was in an entanglement.
An entanglement?
Yes.
So let's get into it without further ado. So you guys, let's start at the beginning. This was literally back in mixed days. I think I was like 15 when I met this guy. I know that I was in grade 9, so I don't know what, I think 16. But anyways, I met this guy. So he wasn't somebody that I never knew or met for the first time. I knew of him, but I've never spoken to him. So one day, minding my little old business, this guy, I was walking back to my house and this guy asked me for my mixed number. Yes guys, laugh at me, this is back in mixed days. So anyways, me being me, he was a cute guy, he dressed nice, he had that swag to him, so I was like, alright, sure, you can have my number. So anyways, I ended up giving him my number. We started chatting. He was like, how old is he? He's 2 years older than me, so he was like 17. If I was 15, he was 17. So anyways, we started chatting, all cool, all nice, and then we decided, fast forward, we decided we're gonna start dating. The thing is, with us dating, it was a bit hard because he lived, okay, let's call him farm boy. For the sake of the story, we're gonna call him farm boy. So anyways, the relationship began, but me and farm boy were in a long distance relationship because he lived in the farm. That's how you call him, farm boy. So anyways, he lived in the farm, so he only came to where I lived in Durban. He only came there like for holidays to see his father and his aunties and stuff like that. And mind you, I was friends with his cousins. So I knew the family, and it wasn't like he was somebody that I've never seen in life. Farm boy ended up going back to the farm, and me and him were like on this computer love type of vibe. We were chatting and getting to know each other, and yeah, he used to come down like on sometimes on weekends, sometimes on holiday. He would get into trouble for at school and then have to come back, and so our relationship carried on for some years. It was an entanglement, guys, you know, those last forever. So our relationship carried on for some years, and like there was always girls like coming to me, woman to woman, on some, oh, this is my man. And you know, it was mostly Wensford girls. If you're not from Durban, you don't know what a Wensford girl is, but Wensford girls or girls from Wensford, and let me just tell you something, Wensford girls will fight for a nigga. Like, they do not care if they like this guy and this guy is their boyfriend, or they think it's their boyfriend, they will want to fight. So it was always a girl harassing me. Like one girl, even, let's call her Belinda. Belinda was literally crazy for farm boy. Like, she literally invited me on Mixed, and every time she would log off Mixed, and then her farewell message will be like DND or BRB Chatty. Oh shit, I see his name. Her farewell message will be like BRB, and then when she logs in, her login message will be farm boy chatting, or farm boy is on Belinda's, you know what, I want to say their name so bad, but I'm not. It's gonna be like, oh, let's just, farm boy is too long, so let's just say oily. Okay, so you're gonna say oily. So it's like her farewell message is always like BRB, gotta go, and and then her online message will be like, hey guys, it's Oily speaking. And then I'm just like, okay, so this girl wants me to know that Oily is a man. So I was like, okay, cool, Belinda. Belinda threatened to kill me 100 times. Belinda was like just a pit. She was my nightmare. Anyways, we moved on from that because when she used to say that, when her mixer used to say that she's with Farm Boy, I knew that Farm Boy was always on the farm. Or maybe he wasn't, I really don't know, because let me just tell you something. Oily was the type of person, unless I saw him with my own eyes doing something, he would never ever admit it. Like, he was so good at lying that he never ever admitted that he was lying. So anyways, fast forward to, he gave me so much problems, but I kept taking him back because I was in love, and he dressed cool and he was cool and everybody knew him and everybody, you know, I don't know, I was childish. We're gonna say I was childish, and stupid things excited me back in those days. So anyways, this relationship, I'm telling you, carried on for like years. But he was that fuckboy type that would always be like, oh, we have to keep it in the DL, or oh, we can't let people know because of our age difference. And now that I think of it, 2 years is nothing. 2 years is bubblegum for me, so like that wasn't an excuse. But anyways, we kept it on the DL for years and years and years. Like, his cousins knew that we were together, but it was never ever something we publicized. Well, I wasn't cute back then, so I guess that's why we never publicized it. Fast forward to how me and Oily Boy got legal with my mother. One day, Oily Boy came back from the farm, and so we used to meet at our little hangouts on the stairs of one flat so we could snipe. So anyways, this one day we busy sniping on the twins' stairs. So, and if you know me, you know where I'm talking about. So we busy sniping in the dark on this. Please do not look at me like that. You guys also did this once, I know it. So we busy kissing, and then guys, somebody caught us. This man caught us, and he was like, this man was like loyal to the soil, to my mother, because he always used to be by my mother borrowing money for drugs. So he's like, I caught you, I'm going to go tell your mother. So anyways, he went to go tell my mother. So my mother, having my back, being squad deep, she was like, don't come tell me stories about my daughter, I'll talk to her, it's not a big deal. Anyways, you know, my mother was that type of person. To other people, she would defend me, but when she sees me, she's gonna be like, listen, what you did was wrong. She'd rather tell me off alone than embarrass me in front of other people. So anyways, I ended up going home after we got caught, and I told my mother, listen, this is my man, girl, this is my man. And she was like, okay, I want to meet him. So anyways, the next time, Oily Boy came to meet my mother. This boy charmed my mother so well that he ended up being like her best person. Like, even when I dated other boys in the time that we weren't together, she would be shady to them, and she'd be like, is this Oily? Do you know Oily? Like, she loved him so much that she never accepted anybody but Oily. So anyways, fast forward to my mother passes away, and we end up reconnecting. So now I'm out of school, and I'm still in an entanglement with Oily. How I justify this relationship? Oh, we've been together for so long. He was my first boyfriend, my first everything. Let me just give it another try. And let me just tell you guys, my best friend, she's like, Jackie, you know, I don't like him for you, but it's okay. I can't tell you who not to date. Just date him. I'll always be here for you when he breaks your heart to me. Oh, he's not gonna break my heart, friend. This time it's different. This time he's changed. He really wants to be with me. Hey, long.
I never expected it.
Anyway, fine, cool, great. We going out, we enjoying life, we being big people, we out in the open, we boyfriend and girlfriend, everybody knows life is great. So one day, I get, now we on WhatsApp days. One day, what we gonna call this girl for the sake of the story? Let's call her Mabel. So anyways, one day I get a message from Mabel. And mind you, the day before Mabel messaged me, I met up with Oily and I noticed a love bites on his chest. So I was like, Oily, what's this? So at this point, I've known Oily for like 5 years. I've known him basically like the majority of my dating life, and like, you can't come and tell me you have a skin condition all of a sudden. Like, where did this skin condition come from? He's like, oh yes, my granny, he played it off. He's like, oh yes, I had a skin condition, but my granny just said I must put something on it and it will go away soon. So I was like, okay, fine. I didn't see anything. I can't accuse him of anything. Fine. So fast forward to the next day. Now we're gonna call this girl Mabel. So Mabel is busy sending me messages, and she's like, oh yes, did you see what I left for you on Oily's chest? We were together the day before yesterday, and I just thought you should know. And she sent me a bunch of pictures with them together, all wood up, looking all cute. And I was like, okay girl, thank you so much. Anyways, by the way, Mabel, Oily sleep with your sister. Just that's some tea on that. So anyways, Oily is like to me, oh, I just needed closure. And I'm just thinking back, the fact that he told me that he slept with Mabel's sister is like, for me, it's like, you know what, red flag, red flag, red flag. Anyways, back to that. He is to me like, oh, I just need a closure. He sends me messages with him and Mabel's like, oh, you need to choose, is it gonna be me or her? Because when Mabel sent me pictures of him and her together, and I was like, oh, that's fine, because I was with him yesterday, so here's our pictures both. So anyways, cool. He's like, I just needed closure, and that was it for us. I just needed to say goodbye to her because I was seeing her before me and you got back together. And so I was like, okay, cool. He sent me messages with him and Mabel, and I was low-key, dumb as ever, impressed by the fact that he chose me, because this is somebody that was like trifling for like decades. So anyways, the next day he comes to my house, because I still said that I'm not sure if I want to be with you anymore. So anyways, he comes to my house and he's crying and he's like, please take me back, I love you so much, please take me back. And me, I'm just there like, I would low-key want to laugh, but I'm just there like, let's see how far it's gonna take it. He said to me, you know what, it's fine, you can cheat on me back, and then me and you can move on from this, and it's, you know, it's gonna be fair and square. You cheat on me and then we can move on. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that, because low-key I'm just like, I wanna be petty and always hold this over your head. I was childish back then, so I was like, I'm not gonna cheat on you back. Anyways, fine. I decided to, against my better judgment, go ahead and forgive him. So anyways, me and Oily trod along after that entanglement, and Mabel messaging me and like literally being like, oh, did you see what I left in your man's chest? Like, we decided to like be all in. So anyways, fine, cool. Mabel was like still salty about it. She used to like bribe his sister and take his sister out and like just be like, bitch, I'm still in, like, you know. But anyways guys, that was my entanglement story when I was like dumb as ever. But anyways, no foul, no harm. We were both young and dumb, but we had hearts. So yeah, that was my story. We ended up dating after the whole entanglement situation. We dated for 2 years straight. And then I went overseas and we ended up breaking up because like the distance was like messing with each other. But yeah, that's the story. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Leave a like, let me know if you'd like to hear more story times from me. Oily, if you see this, lol, I hope you're good, boo. Mabel, if you see this, I hope you sip this tea that I left for you. So yeah, that's that on that, guys. Make sure you subscribe and leave a like, and I will be back soon with more videos for you guys. I love you guys so much. Mwah.